Did you know that after age 70, your risk of losing independence triples every 5 years? I'm Dr. Elizabeth Parker, and what I'm about to share might surprise you. The difference between needing constant care and living on your own terms comes down to just 5 specific abilities that only 5% of seniors maintain after 70. Today, I'll reveal what breakthrough research from Harvard and the Mayo Clinic shows about these 5 vital abilities that predict independence, longevity, and quality of life. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear, personalized plan to strengthen each one, regardless of your current health or mobility level. If maintaining your independence matters to you, hit that subscribe button now to join our Golden Heart community for weekly insights on aging vibrantly. Now, let's begin with the most fundamental ability that predicts how long you'll maintain your independence. When was the last time you sat on the floor to play with a grandchild or to pick something up that had fallen? More importantly, how easily did you get back up? This simple movement, rising from the floor to a standing position, reveals more about your health and independence than most expensive medical tests. I call this first vital ability rising power, and it's the foundation of independent living. You see, this movement doesn't just show your strength, it demonstrates how well your entire body works as a coordinated system. It requires core stability, leg strength, balance, and joint mobility, all working together. A groundbreaking study from Brazil tracked over 2,000 adults and found something astonishing. Those who couldn't rise from the floor without using their hands had a mortality risk 6 times higher than those who could. This isn't about living forever. It's about maintaining your independence for as long as you live. Let me tell you about Janet, a 75-year-old former schoolteacher from Michigan. Janet was gardening one afternoon when she realized she couldn't get up from the ground. She had to crawl to a nearby tree, pull herself up, and call her daughter for help. That moment terrified her. "I felt like I'd lost my freedom," she told me. When Janet came to see me, we started with a simple assessment. "I'd like you to try this at home, but only if someone is with you for safety. Sit down on a carpeted floor near a sturdy chair. Now, try to stand up using as little support as possible." Notice what you need to do this. Do you use one hand? Both hands? The chair? Or can you rise without any support? Whatever your current ability, know this: you can improve. Janet began with what I call the Tier 1 approach. She practiced sitting in a dining chair, then standing up without using her arms, repeating this 10 times each morning and evening. After 3 weeks, we moved to a lower chair. By month 2, she was practicing controlled movements to the floor while holding onto a sturdy table, then back up again. 6 months later, Janet called me in tears. Her 4-year-old granddaughter had dropped a toy under the couch, and without thinking, Janet knelt down, retrieved it, and stood back up. Her granddaughter hadn't even noticed, but Janet realized what had happened. She'd regained her floor mobility, and with it, a piece of her independence. Here's a simple daily practice you can start today. Sit at the edge of your bed each morning and stand up without using your hands. If that's easy, try a lower seat. If it's challenging, use your hands, but focus on engaging your leg muscles. Just 30 seconds each day builds the foundation for this vital ability. Remember, this isn't about athletic performance, it's about maintaining the fundamental movements that keep you independent. Your body was designed to get up and down from the ground. When we lose this ability, we begin avoiding activities, our world shrinks, and our independence erodes. While rising power establishes your body's fundamental mobility, your hands connect you to virtually everything in your environment. As we'll see next, the strength in your grip affects far more than opening jars. It's a window into your overall health and a key predictor of continued independence. Have you ever struggled to open a jar, turn a doorknob, or button a shirt? These seemingly small challenges reveal our second vital ability: grip vitality. The strength in your hands does far more than help with daily tasks. It actually serves as a window into your overall health. I remember when Michael, an 81-year-old former construction worker, came to my office nearly in tears. For decades, his powerful hands had built homes across Pennsylvania. Now he couldn't open his heart medication bottle. "Doc," he said, "when my hands stopped working, I stopped feeling like myself." What Michael was experiencing goes far beyond inconvenience. A landmark study from Harvard Medical School found something remarkable. Grip strength predicts heart health more accurately than blood pressure. Think about that for a moment. The strength in your hands tells a story about your entire cardiovascular system. This connection makes sense when you consider that your hands contain over 30 muscles and nearly 30 bones, all connected through an intricate network of nerves and blood vessels. When these systems weaken in your hands, it often signals similar weakening throughout your body. Let me show you a simple way to assess your current grip vitality. It's called the grocery bag test. Find a reusable shopping bag and place a 1-gallon milk jug or water bottle inside. Can you lift and carry this bag from your kitchen to your dining area? If that's easy, try carrying it for 30 seconds. If that's difficult, try with a half-gallon container instead. This matters because grip strength affects nearly everything you do: preparing meals, driving, gardening, even hugging your loved ones with confidence. Each of these activities contributes to your independence and quality of life. The good news is that Michael regained his hand strength through a simple 5-minute daily routine. He started at Tier 1 with what I call kitchen therapy, kneading bread dough twice weekly and using a rolling pin. He also practiced picking up and sorting coins of different sizes. These gentle activities rebuild fine motor control while gradually strengthening the hands. After 3 weeks, Michael moved to Tier 2 by adding resistance band exercises. Many Medicare Advantage plans now cover these bands through their fitness programs. He wrapped the band around his palm and gently opened his hand against the resistance, repeating 10 times on each hand, twice daily. Within 2 months, Michael opened his medication bottle unassisted for the first time in a year. "It wasn't just my hands that felt stronger," he told me. "I felt more like myself again." Your hands also benefit tremendously from proper nutrition. Foods rich in vitamin D, calcium, and omega-3 fatty acids support both muscle and bone health. Think of salmon, sardines, leafy greens, and if your doctor approves, a small handful of walnuts daily. These foods provide the building blocks your hands need to remain strong and flexible. Here's a simple practice to incorporate into your daily routine. Each morning, while waiting for your coffee to brew, gently squeeze a soft ball or even a rolled pair of socks for 30 seconds with each hand. This gentle awakening of the hand muscles prepares them for the day ahead and builds strength over time. Strong hands allow you to interact with your environment, but to truly maintain independence, you need the cardiovascular strength to move through your world. Our next ability builds upon the first two, creating the endurance you need to access the places and activities that matter most to you. The simple act of climbing stairs reveals more about your future independence than you might imagine. Far beyond just getting from one floor to another, your ability to navigate stairs combines cardiovascular health, leg strength, and breathing capacity. 3 essential systems that determine how freely you can move through your world. I've seen firsthand how this ability transforms lives, particularly with Barbara, a 72-year-old retired librarian from Ohio. For 15 years, she'd lived happily in her second-floor apartment, surrounded by her books, mementos, and the independence she cherished. Then came pneumonia, and with it, an unexpected loss. She could no longer climb the stairs to her own front door. "I felt like a visitor in my own life," Barbara told me during her first appointment. "Not being able to climb those stairs took away my home." For 3 months, she lived with her daughter, displaced from everything familiar and independent in her life. The American Heart Association has found that stair climbing ability can predict cardiovascular events better than many expensive medical tests. When your heart efficiently pumps oxygen-rich blood, your lungs extract that oxygen effectively, and your leg muscles use it properly. Stairs become manageable. When any part of this system weakens, stairs become daunting. Let's assess your current stair capacity safely. Find a single step, perhaps at your home entrance or a sturdy footstool. With something stable nearby to hold if needed, step up and down with one foot, then the other. Can you do this 10 times without stopping? Are you breathing comfortably or gasping for air? Your experience provides important information about your cardiovascular system. If you don't have access to a step or have mobility concerns, try this seated alternative. From a seated position, extend one leg straight out in front of you, then lower it. Repeat with the other leg. Can you do this 20 times, 10 per leg, while maintaining normal breathing? This tests similar systems without requiring you to bear weight on the stairs. Barbara began her recovery with Tier 1 exercises, seated marching for 3 minutes, 3 times daily. She'd simply lift her knees alternately while sitting in a sturdy chair, focusing on her breathing. This gentle movement began rebuilding her cardiovascular capacity without straining her system. After 2 weeks, she progressed to Tier 2, standing behind a sturdy chair and stepping side to side for 5 minutes daily. This lateral movement pattern strengthened different muscle groups while continuing to improve her heart and lung function. By month 3, Barbara had advanced to Tier 3, walking up and down a single step while holding the railing, gradually increasing from 5 repetitions to 25. The focused practice rebuilt her stair-specific strength and confidence. 6 months after beginning this program, Barbara hosted a small dinner party in her own second-floor apartment. Climbing those stairs to my front door was like coming home to myself, she said. Many people don't realize that Medicare covers cardiac rehabilitation programs that can dramatically improve your stair climbing ability. Community resources like Silver Sneakers, available through many Medicare Advantage plans, offer classes specifically designed to build this vital capacity. Your local senior center likely offers similar programs, often at no cost. Here's the 3-minute daily habit that transformed Barbara's heart health. Every morning after breakfast, she marched in place next to her kitchen counter for 3 minutes while listening to one favorite song. This simple routine gradually strengthened her heart, lungs, and legs without feeling like exercise. Let's pause for a moment and reflect on what we've covered so far. We've explored 3 physical abilities that form the foundation of your independence: rising power to get up from the floor, grip vitality to interact with your environment, and stair mastery to move freely through your world. Each of these abilities can be assessed simply and improved steadily, regardless of your starting point. But independence requires more than just physical capacity. While your body carries you through the world, your mind must navigate that world with clarity and confidence. Our next ability focuses on keeping your thinking as strong as your body. Television commercials about aging would have you believe that cognitive health is simply about remembering names or where you placed your keys. But our 4th vital ability, cognitive resilience, encompasses something far more important: your brain's capacity to adapt, solve problems, make sound decisions, and maintain attention, all crucial skills for independent living. Consider William, a 79-year-old retired engineer from Arizona. Despite no family history of dementia, he began making uncharacteristic mistakes with his finances, missed bill payments, and couldn't follow the plots of his favorite mystery novels. My thinking felt cloudy, like I couldn't quite grasp ideas that used to be clear, he explained. That scared me more than anything. Recent findings from the Mayo Clinic reveal something fascinating. Cognitive resilience isn't a fixed trait. It's a capacity we can build throughout our lives. Your brain's ability to form new connections and adapt to challenges doesn't disappear with age. In fact, some aspects of cognition, like wisdom and pattern recognition, often improve in our later years. Instead of focusing on complicated memory tests, let's assess your cognitive resilience more practically. Try this. Think about your morning routine yesterday in reverse order. Start with leaving your home or finishing breakfast, then work backward through each step to when you first woke up. This simple exercise tests your brain's ability to manipulate information, not just recall it, a skill crucial for problem solving and independence. How did that feel? Challenging? Good. Challenge is precisely what builds cognitive resilience. When you navigate new situations, solve unfamiliar problems, or think about familiar information in new ways, you're strengthening neural pathways and building cognitive reserve. William began rebuilding his cognitive resilience with a Tier 1 approach I call sensory engagement. Each morning, he spent 10 minutes fully experiencing his breakfast, noticing the temperature, texture, and flavor of each bite, the weight of the utensils, the sounds around him. This mindful attention strengthened his brain's ability to process sensory information and maintain focus. After 2 weeks, he added Tier 2 activities, conversation-based cognitive exercise. 3 times weekly, he joined a current events discussion at his local library. The combination of social interaction and intellectual engagement activated multiple brain regions simultaneously, far more effective than solitary crossword puzzles. By month 3, William had progressed to Tier 3, learning new skills. He began taking Spanish lessons online, challenging his brain to form new connections. The key was choosing something novel that interested him personally. 6 months later, William balanced his checkbook unassisted for the first time in over a year. It wasn't just that I could do the math again, he told me. I felt clearer, more present in my own life. What many doctors miss is the profound connection between brain and body. Research shows that movement, especially walking, directly benefits brain function. With each step, your heart pumps more oxygen-rich blood to your brain while releasing growth factors that support neural health. That's why a 20-minute daily walk can improve cognitive function more effectively than many brain training apps. Here's a simple daily practice to build cognitive resilience. Each evening, take 5 minutes to recall 3 specific moments from your day that caught your attention. Describe them to yourself in detail. The colors, sounds, feelings, and thoughts you experienced. This reflection strengthens memory formation while enhancing your overall awareness. While cognitive resilience helps you navigate the practical aspects of independence, our final ability addresses something even more fundamental, your reason for maintaining that independence in the first place. Without this 5th element, the other 4 abilities lose much of their meaning and motivation. What matters to you today? This simple question reveals our 5th and perhaps most powerful vital ability: purpose connection. While our first 4 abilities address how you maintain independence, this final one addresses why, and that makes all the difference in how well you age. Research from the Blue Zones, regions where people regularly live past 100, shows something remarkable. Having a clear sense of purpose can add up to 7 years to your life expectancy. The Japanese call it ikigai, a reason for being. It turns out purpose isn't just a nice philosophical concept, it's actually medicine for your body and mind. Eleanor's story illustrates this beautifully. At 84, this former high school counselor from Florida lost her husband of 62 years. For months afterward, she barely left her home. The days stretched out empty in front of me, she told me. I kept thinking, what's the point of getting up? This question, what's the point, challenges many Americans as they age, particularly after retirement. Our culture often defines us by our careers. When that identity ends, many struggle to find new meaning. Add to this our youth-focused society, and many seniors find themselves wondering where they fit in. What's fascinating is how purpose affects us physically. Studies show that having meaningful goals and connections actually reduces inflammation, strengthens immune function, and improves cardiovascular health. Your sense of purpose literally communicates with your cells, telling them life is worth continuing. Let's assess your current purpose connection with a simple reflection. Think about yesterday. Which moments felt most meaningful? When did you feel most engaged or useful? Your answers provide clues to what gives your life purpose now, not decades ago, but in this current chapter. Eleanor began rebuilding her purpose connection with what I call the Tier 1 approach, small daily purpose practices. Each morning, she wrote a single handwritten note to someone in her life: grandchildren, former students, neighbors. These notes were brief, just a few sentences sharing a memory or word of encouragement. "Those cards got me out of bed," Eleanor said. "Someone needed to hear from me." After several weeks, she progressed to Tier 2, community connection. She volunteered 2 hours weekly at her local library, reading to children during story hour. The commitment was manageable, even with her limited energy, and the intergenerational connection brought new vitality to her days. By month 6, Eleanor had advanced to Tier 3, a legacy project. She began recording her life stories and family history, creating an audio memoir for future generations. "I realized I'm the only one who remembers these stories," she told me. "If I don't share them, they'll disappear." 1 year after losing her husband, Eleanor hosted a neighborhood potluck dinner. As she looked around at the multi-generational gathering in her home, she said she felt something she hadn't expected to feel again: needed. Finding purpose after 70 doesn't require grand gestures or endless energy. Organizations like Experience Corps specifically seek seniors to mentor school children for just an hour or 2 weekly. The Foster Grandparent Program connects seniors with children who need additional support. These structured programs make purpose accessible even for those with health limitations. Your local area agency on aging can connect you with purpose opportunities tailored to your interests and abilities. Many are surprised to learn these services exist in every community across America, often at no cost to seniors. Here's a powerful way to combine physical activity with purpose. The Walking School Bus program pairs seniors with elementary students, walking them safely to school while building meaningful relationships. Participants report improvements in both physical health and emotional well-being, a perfect example of how purpose amplifies other vital abilities. Remember, purpose doesn't have to be profound or world-changing. For some, it's tending a garden that feeds neighbors. For others, it's being the family historian or the friend who remembers every birthday. What matters is that it gives meaning to your days and reasons to engage with life. Purpose connection completes our system of independence by providing the motivation to maintain all other abilities. When you have a reason to get up, you're more likely to practice rising power. When something matters to you, you'll strengthen your grip vitality to engage with it. Your Stair Mastery improves when there are places you want to go, and your cognitive resilience sharpens when you have meaningful challenges to solve. You've now discovered the 5 vital abilities that separate thriving from merely surviving after 70. Remember, these capabilities aren't reserved for the lucky few. They're available to anyone willing to start where they are and progress steadily. This week, I challenge you to focus on just one of these abilities. Choose the one that resonated most with you, try the assessment I suggested, and begin with the Tier 1 practice. Then, subscribe to our Golden Heart channel and click the notification bell so you don't miss next week's video, where I'll share specific exercises for each ability. If you found this information valuable, please like this video and share it with someone who deserves to thrive in their golden years. This could be the most important gift you give them this year. Now, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these 5 abilities is most important to your independence and why. Your experience might be exactly what another member of our community needs to hear today.